You thought the Angel Reese drama couldn't get any worse? Think again. Because what just happened has fans calling it the most toxic stunt they've ever seen in sports. And trust me, when I break this down, you'll see why even her most loyal supporters are squirming. But here's the kicker. This might not just be embarrassing for Angel Reese, it could be career altering. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll understand why people are whispering that she's one step away from flaming out of the league altogether. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment with your take, and subscribe if you love deep dives into the most jaw-dropping moments in sports. Because this one, it's about to get wild. So let's start with the moment that lit the fuse. During a Chicago Sky game, Angel Reese's camp allegedly escorted a fan wearing a Free Angel Reese shirt, right down to courtside seats. Now pause. Think about that. This wasn't just a fan holding a sign. This was a statement, mid-game in front of teammates, coaches, and an entire arena. A giant middle finger to the organization, live and in real time. Sounds petty, right? But here's the question. Was it just petty, or was it calculated? Because if it's true and multiple sources back it up, then Angel Reese turned a professional basketball game into a stage for her personal rebellion. That's not just drama, that's sabotage, and here's where it gets worse. Everyone in the building knew she wasn't going to play for Chicago again. Everyone knew the relationship was broken, but instead of fading into the background, she chose to make the entire night about herself. She grabbed the spotlight, ripped it away from her teammates, and basically told the world, "This is my show, and I don't care who burns with me." Now, why is that such a big deal? Because in sports, reputation spreads faster than talent. Think about it. Jimmy Butler once forced his way out of Minnesota with a practice stunt that became legend. But even that, as ugly as it was, didn't happen during a live game. Reese went further. She hijacked the team's moment and turned it into a circus. And here's where the plot thickens. If you're a GM in the WNBA watching this unfold, what do you think? Do you see a competitor worth trading for, or do you see a walking headache that could nuke your locker room? That's the terrifying question hanging over Reese right now. And let me tell you that this isn't just about one stunt. This is about a pattern. See, Reese has built a reputation in record time. When she wins, she taunts. When she loses, she claims victimhood. And while that might work on social media, it doesn't fly in a league where every franchise is looking for stability. Here's the payoff. Reese is talented. There's no denying that. Her rebounding? Elite. Her defense when locked in? Game-changing. On pure skill, she's a future all-WNBA star. But here's the twist. Talent doesn't erase toxicity, and history proves it. Remember Liz Cambage? Incredible talent, massive potential, but constant drama pushed her out of the league. Kennedy Carter? Same story. The league doesn't bend for locker room chaos, so the real question is Angel Reese next in line for that fate? And if you think I'm exaggerating, let's go deeper. Because this isn't just locker room drama. Mick Talks Hoops called it something scarier. Franchise-altering cancer. Think about those words. Not just drama, not just a tough teammate. We're talking about the kind of presence that can poison an entire organization from the inside. And the irony? The Chicago Sky, a franchise already mocked as dysfunctional, now look like the good guys in this mess. Imagine that. The team everyone clowns on suddenly comes out looking clean, simply because Angel Reese made herself look dirtier. That's the shocking part. And yet, here's the cliffhanger. Even with all this chaos, her trade value might still hold. Why? Because it only takes two desperate teams to spark a bidding war. And desperate teams make desperate moves. But who would actually roll the dice? Let's speculate. Imagine Reese lands on a contender like the Aces or the Liberty. The upside is insane. The rebounds, the defense, the energy. But imagine the downside. One argument with the coach, one benching, and suddenly we're back to fans wearing Free Angel shirts courtside. Only now it's on a championship stage. Scary, right? But also fascinating. And here's something most people aren't considering. What if Reese is playing the long game? What if this Free Angel stunt wasn't about immaturity, but about creating a martyr narrative? If she becomes the villain in Chicago, she automatically becomes the hero somewhere else. After all, fans love a redemption arc. But then again, maybe it's not strategy. Maybe it's just pure pettiness. Because let's not forget, this is the same player who faked an injury mid-game, refused to come back, and used it as a statement. Petty is part of the brand. But when petty crosses into sabotaging your own team, you risk crossing into career suicide. So what happens next? That's the million-dollar question. Does Angel Reese mature, harness her fire, and become the star everyone knows she can be? Or does she spiral, doubling down on antics until no franchise wants to touch her? And here's where it gets chilling. In sports, patterns matter. Teams forgive mistakes, but they rarely forgive patterns. Right now, Reese's pattern screams instability. And instability gets you bounced out of the league, no matter how many rebounds you grab. But let me hit you with a twist, Alexa. What if this whole saga is the necessary breaking point? What if Reese needs to crash and burn in Chicago to rise stronger somewhere else? Remember Dennis Rodman? In Detroit and San Antonio, he was labeled a problem. But under Phil Jackson, surrounded by winners, he became essential. Could Angel Reese find her own Phil Jackson moment? Or is she destined to learn the hard way, like Liz Cambage, that the league has no patience for drama? And that's where fans are split. Some say this is unforgivable, the ultimate betrayal of teammates. Others, they admire the audacity. They see a player who refuses to bow to a franchise she believes disrespected her. So, what side are you on? Is Angel Reese a misunderstood star fighting a broken system? Or is she burning every bridge on her way out?